What's up, everybody? In today's video, we are going to unbox and review the MacLellan Bagpipe Chanter. All right. For those of you who don't know, I play in a band called Gaelic Storm, and um, singers like to sing in different keys all the time. So it's really helpful to have bagpipe chanters in different keys. Right now, I currently carry around a set of Highland pipes, a set of Ellen pipes, a set of small pipes, and about a dozen whistles, which is really difficult to carry all that stuff on the road all the time, especially when you're flying all the time and stuff. So I just got a B chanter a couple months ago, which is really great. I have a video about that somewhere on here as well. You can check out. And now I have hopefully an A chanter. And the reason I'm doing it personally is because it's such a pain bringing out my small pipes when I only use it for songs in A. So if I can manage to have an A bagpipe chanter, I don't have to bring my small pipes out anymore all the time. All right. I love the sound of the small pipes, but with the Uilleann pipes, I don't necessarily probably need them as much, and it would just be a lot easier. Okay, so that's why I'm doing it. But for you guys, I'm going to do a video where I'm going to show you, what the chanter looks like. I'll compare it against, a regular bagpipe chanter, so you can kind of see how the spacing and everything is. I'll try it with a couple different reeds, see which reed combination works best, make sure it actually does play in tune, and all that sort of great stuff. All right. So if you're interested in ever getting a bagpipe chanter in A, this is a good video to watch. All right. So again, it's the MacLellan Bagpipe Chanter. If you don't know, MacLellan Bagpipes, really innovative, great bagpipe company out of North Carolina in the United States. Roddy does a really good job with all his pipes. I actually play a set of his bagpipes and the pipe band I play with, and they sound great, and they have for years. So if you ever need a set of just regular bagpipes, MacLellan makes really great ones. And if you live in the U.S. and you want to help support, an American company, MacLellan Bagpipes is a great option. All right. So let's see what we got in here. All right, don't need that stuff. All right, here's the chanter. In no way, shape, or form did MacLellan hire me to make this video. I bought the chanter. I feel like anytime I'm going to review a product, I need to buy it myself, because otherwise you're forced to make a good video, right? So I'm going to give you a very honest review of this chanter, and let's hope it sounds nice. Oh, you included a reed in there. That's nice. I didn't know he was going to do that, so that's good. That'll be the first reed I try. I'm also going to try, I've got some Melvin reeds that I'm going to try. I've got some specialty reeds that are made for concert pitch chanters, like B-flat concert pitch chanters I'm going to try. I've got a couple G1 chanter reeds that I haven't used yet, so I'm going to try those. I'm going to try a bunch of different chanter reeds to see which one works best. But here's one. I don't know which brand it is necessarily. I would assume it might be a Melvin reed, because I know Adrian Melvin works really close with MacLellan Bagpipes, but I'm not really sure if it's his or not. It's kind of hard to tell, but anyway, that might be a Melvin reed. It might be something else. I'm not sure what it is. First look at the chanter. Compared to a normal bagpipe chanter, the spacing feels pretty good. It doesn't feel really wide or small or anything like that. I can tell the holes look quite a bit smaller at first glance, but let's get a close up of this A chanter and a regular like normal bagpipe pipe band chanter, so you can sort of see what the difference in spacing and size and everything is. All right, hopefully you can see the holes on this chanter. Hopefully it translates okay onto video. You can see the overall length between your standard pipe band chanter and the A chanter. The actual lengths are about the same. if we measure it from where the top holes are, you can see that the top hole is lower on the A chanter compared to the pipe band chanter, and it goes a little bit further down, right? That's obviously because it's an A chanter, so it's a little bit flatter, right? So it's lower on the bore. As far as spacing goes, if we move this up so the top holes are even, the spacing, is pretty similar. Like the low A, or sorry, the low G hole and the low A hole and stuff are a little bit lower down, but not too much. And the hole size is actually a little smaller. All right, so it shouldn't be hard to go from a regular pipe band chanter to this A chanter. Everything is pretty close. All right. As far as the side hole, it's quite a bit lower. Not that that will make any difference and a lot smaller. Not that it'll make any difference with how it feels to play. So I don't anticipate any kind of problems transitioning from a standard bagpipe chanter to the A chanter. All right. Now I'm going to put some hemp on here and try a couple reeds and with some tape and stuff, and we'll see which reed combination works the best. How much tape I actually have to use on the chanter, and whether or not it actually does play in tune. Before I get into too many details about what I found about the chanter, I just want to mention that if you're learning how to play the bagpipes or want to get better, you can check out the Highland Bagpipe Academy. It has a free beginner course that's really great, and it also has a paid course that goes from beginner all the way up to some really advanced stuff. It's a great resource for bagpipers that I've put together, so please check that out. All right. Now, what I have found with this chanter, I played it for about maybe 45 minutes and went through 6 or 7 different reeds, and I found that most of the reeds acted around the same. They had the same, like certain notes were flat on all the reeds and certain notes were maybe a little bit sharp on all the reeds. So if you're going to read this chanter, it doesn't seem that much like it matters if if you go with one reed brand over another. They all kind of reacted the same. Things I noticed, the low G on all of them was flat, but I because it was flat on every single reed I tried, I made the hole a little bit bigger, only slightly, and it seemed to fix the problem. And that's probably more of an issue for me because I'm playing in concert pitch. My low Gs, my Cs and my high Gs all have to be slightly sharper than what a normal bagpiper would do, right? Because when you're playing with your drones, all those notes I just mentioned are a little bit flat compared to concert pitch, all right? So that's probably why that note was a little flat. So I made it just slightly bigger, the hole on the side here, and that seemed to fix the problem. Other than that, everything was just a little bit of tape on each note, which is kind of exactly what you want. A little bit more tape on the E, but the E isn't such a big issue because it's not like a high G or an A where you get a lot of chirping or bad sounds when you put too much tape on it. On the E, it didn't really matter so much. There's not really that much tape on the high A, and there's barely any on the high G, which is really good. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the chanter. When I spend some more time with some reeds and stuff, I'm pretty sure I can get some of the tape distribution to be a little bit better. But overall, it's not too bad. As you know, as a piper, when you first put a new chanter reed in a chanter, the tape, it changes a lot over time, right? So I'm not too concerned about it. I think it'll resolve itself. But overall, yeah, I can confidently say that I've got a bagpipe chanter that does play an A. I'll show you. I'll play along with a tuner, so you can see all the notes matching up on the tuner to show you that it is actually in tune. And I'll play a little tune for you just so you can hear what it sounds like.